Okay, this is a heat transfer question. Okay, if you have a heat transfer question, you should be thinking about conduction, convection, radiation. Okay, for a starter, a blanket will trap air, and air is a poor conductor, or alternatively a good insulator. The blanket and the blanket fibres, they're also likely to be poor conductors. Okay, so that takes into account, we've talked about conduction. What about convection? Well, the blanket traps pockets of air, stopping the air moving. So this means that the air can't move around. It stops or reduces convection happening. So you get a mark for saying that the blanket traps air, and you get a mark for stops convection. And the last thing, actually, so we talked about convection. We don't have any shiny surfaces, so radiation doesn't really come into account just here. But another possible way that heat can escape is if the person sweats, because when sweat evaporates, then it can carry away heat. But in this case, if you've got a blanket, the sweat cannot evaporate, and so you get less cooling happening. Okay, the last part of the question does deal with the third way that heat can transfer, which is by radiation. So the student is saying that using shiny aluminium foil can be used to keep him warm. So is it true? Yes. Why? Because foil reflects heat, so it would reflect the heat back inwards. Remember that shiny surfaces are good at reflecting, and poor absorbers. And emitters of heat radiation, or infrared. You could put the answer no, because aluminium is a metal, and so it's actually quite a good conductor.